Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I am going to try something a little different. I'm going to be running two setups. I'm going to be running my 8-inch RC inside the observatory, and I'm going to be running my 6-inch Mac just on the outside of the observatory. Going to be trying to shoot, at least right now what I planned is to shoot the Iris Nebula with the 8-inch RC, and a little later on shoot Jupiter with the Mac CAS. Jupiter has a couple things going on right now. At least when I look it up, the Great Red Spot should be out, and Ganymede should be making a transit, which means hopefully I'll be able to capture its shadow on Jupiter. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and start getting things set up, and hopefully we will have a successful imaging session tonight. Just some information. It's pretty windy here in Arizona right now, but the skies are crystal clear. There's not a cloud in the sky right now, knock on wood, or plastic. But yeah, there's not a cloud in the sky. Well, actually there are, but it's supposed to be clear. It's cooling off a bit, so this is probably one of those opportunities where I need to jump in and do an imaging session. For tonight's setups, we have the 150mm Mac CAS for planetary and the 8-inch RC for deep sky. So yeah, it is 7:30. It is still 106 degrees out, but it is cooling off. There is a pretty stiff wind, so our temperature should drop down pretty significantly throughout the night. So yeah, we'll probably get down to high 80s by midnight. Well, probably not even that much. It'll probably be closer to 95. But at any rate, going to see if I can get these two objects imaged tonight, and hopefully I'll be successful. If not, you're probably never gonna see this video. Alright guys. Alright guys, it is 5:30 in the morning. I've packed everything up pretty much. I fought a lot of wind after midnight, so my planetary imaging was very difficult. I didn't get to do any imaging of the iris after the meridian flip. I just ran my darks and stopped after that. So hopefully I'll get this stuff processed and we'll see if anything good came out of tonight. But tonight was an all-nighter with 2 rigs. So hopefully I have some images to show for this. Alright guys, thanks for hanging around. Clear skies. So let's summarize how the night went. I was only able to get 3 hours and 20 minutes on the Iris Nebula because shortly after my meridian flip, the wind and dust got so bad that I had to abort the session. I had planned to try and get an additional 3 hours of data, but wasn't able to. My planetary imaging session was not the greatest either because of all the wind. Because of the high magnification, the wind and dust, seeing was, I'd say, average to below average. I tried to make the best of both situations, hoping that I would be able to salvage something decent from each setup. In hindsight, I probably should have used a light pollution filter when imaging the Iris Nebula. This would have helped me get better contrast between the dark nebula and the background sky and light pollution. All in all, I feel if I would have been able to get additional lights, I may have been able to get better contrast between the iris and the background star field. For my planetary, seeing wasn't great, but after processing, I did the best I could. I also learned a bunch for planetary that I will use the next time, and I will return to the Iris Nebula again. This is my image of the Iris Nebula. This was 45-minute lights, totaling 3 hours and 20 minutes. I wasn't able to pull out the contrast as I would have liked to because of the light pollution in the area, but the dark nebulosity is right there. Here's the planetary stuff after stacking and processing in AutoStacker and Registax. I want to thank everyone for sticking around and taking the time to watch my journey. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already. Clear skies.